Okay, all right, let's see. All right, so this is hello everyone. Good morning. Happy Small Business Saturday. I am live streaming. I added Zoom on this, so I hope that it's working out and that I'm streaming on everything else as well as in Zoom. So I'm just testing it because I have a webinar coming up. And speaking of which, that's actually what I logged on today to talk about. As some of you may know, if you're already following me or if you're friend or follower or subscriber, starting on December 3rd through the 11th, I'm hosting a free webinar series on real estate and real estate tax strategies for first-time home buyers and investors. And so I've been wanting to do a real estate like tax strategy webinar series, but I thought that it would be better to include other real estate and financial professionals in this conversation because real estate tax strategy involves other professionals. And so if you're a first-time home buyer, or if you'd like to get into real estate investing and you don't know where to start, this webinar series is really meant for you. And then also you might already be a homeowner, you might already be an investor, but you may not have a CPA, or you may have a CPA but feel like you're not maximizing your deductions and your tax write-offs, and you feel like you're leaving money on the table. This could also be very beneficial for you and for what you're trying to accomplish. And so I'm going to share the flyer real fast. Okay, all right. So this is the speaker lineup. And I'm just going to go through really quick each of the speakers and what they have to offer. And this is really this webinar series. This is not just, how can I say it? I'm trying to say like five things at once. So the speaker lineup, these are people that are not traditional influencers, right? So they are actual professionals that have been working in their profession for many years, and they have lots of experience, lots of real world experience. And so the topics that they're presenting on and talking about, they're actually still practicing and doing. And so in this world that we live in, where so much content is online, it's hard to tell what is real and what is fake, what is actual things that you can do, and from people who are actually doing it. So these are real professionals with a real experience and education, and they're bringing so much value. And I'm so excited for everyone to really meet them and hear what they have to say about, the topic that they're presenting on. So for starters, we're going to start off with Jana Clark. She is an associate real estate broker and realtor with LAH Sotheby Realty International. And I actually have known Jana for 15 years. And we actually used to work together at Lone Star Realty and Property Management in Killeen, Texas. And so that's the company that we worked for together. And Jana has over 20 years of like real estate experience, and she actually grew up in this industry because her father, rest in peace, her late father, he actually was a subdivision builder. So he owned a company and he built subdivisions for a living. So Jan actually grew up in the real estate industry, exposed to so much of it, and then decided to career in it. And so, what she brings to the table, her topic is going to be the real estate advantage, tax advantage, the real estate advantage tax benefits for buyers and investors. And she really has a very wholesome view on real estate and what you can do when you're a home buyer or when you're an investor, because she knows it from the construction side, she knows it from property management, commercial real estate, residential real estate. She's really seen the full spectrum of real estate. And so she's going to be talking about if you're brand new to getting into real estate and you don't know where to start, she's really going to lay a foundation of what it's like to work with a realtor, what you should expect in the home buying process or even buying your first investment property, and then what to look for when you're actually buying a property. So what are the things that you should be looking for when you select something? A lot of times people want to select, things for the amenities that the house comes with, the aesthetic appeal, and those sort of deals. But Jenna's also going to cover some of the other things that you should consider when you're thinking about the long-term value of your property. Okay, and then Next, I'm going to be on December 4th. And so my topic is going to be tax strategy, building a strong foundation. So I have been an accountant since January of 2014. Yep, January 2014. So I'm coming up on 11 years. I've been a CPA since June of 2019, so 5.5 years. And really, when it comes to tax strategy, the strong foundation that I'm referring to is going to be good record keeping. Because really any strategy that you try to, and I don't want to get too deep into what I'm going to be presenting on anyways, but strategy starts with good record keeping and documentation. And it's also not just accurate and good record keeping, but it's also knowing the law and applying the law properly, right? So it's not making up, things that sound really cool from what you saw on TikTok or YouTube. It's actually pairing what you have in your circumstance or situation to the law legally, right? So applying it properly and then executing it properly. All right, and then we have Adan Figueroa coming in on December 5th. Adan has been in the financial services industry for 7 years, and he's going to be talking about how to leverage life insurance to buy your first property. And this is something that Adan has helped clients do. And so if you were another trend on TikTok, right, can using your IUL in order to get your first property, it is possible. Adan has helped people do it, and he's going to walk you through the technical steps on how to do that, right? So if you have an IUL, you'd like to get one, and you don't know how to use it for real estate, that's what Adon's going to be covering, okay? And he's helped people. So this is something big that you'll hear me keep on saying, like these are professionals that have actually helped people do these things. They're not teaching from textbook knowledge. They're teaching from like actually doing these things. Um, and so you're getting real professionals with real life, real world knowledge and experience. On Friday, December 6th, we have James Otis Jr. He has over 10 years in custom luxury home building, and he's going to go over the three phases of custom home construction and why they matter. So, say for instance, if you wanted to build your own custom home, what is the process of customizing your home? And then even something that I'll be talking about at the end of his presentation is going to be like the 1031 exchange, what you could expect there if you wanted to make that happen. I really wanted to do a whole session on short-term rentals and the Airbnb strategies, but I'm going to save that for the next webinar series that we do. But yep, James has over 10 years. He's actually worked in his father's business, and now he has his own business called Maverick Plus. He's branched out on his own, and this is something that he's like lived, eaten, and breathed for the last 10 years, building custom luxury homes. And like these are like custom like mansion homes, like have your own farm stable of horses and then your house and then the guest house, and like he's built like massive projects. Um, and then on Monday, December 9th, we have Lisa Ann Scopel. She's an enrolled agent with 30 years of experience in accounting, majority of it being in tax. She's worked in public accounting. She's for most of her career, and she has her own accounting firm. And this is actually my senior tax partner. We have separate firms, but we have like a business alliance where we help our clients, where we've brought our businesses together to provide more services and help to our client base. And so I'm really excited to have her on here. She has so much experience, and what she's going to be talking about is best bookkeeping and tax practices for realtors and real estate investors. Okay, so if you're a realtor or you're a real estate investor, she's really going to be talking you through how to manage your expenses, what tax write-offs are available to you, and what you should be doing in order to maximize your tax write-offs as a realtor or real estate investor, and then what should you do in order to prepare for tax season. So as we're coming up on tax season in January, she's just going to walk you through what your books and records should look like so that tax season is a breeze for you as far as getting your documentation to your tax professional or filing it for yourself. Okay, and then we have Erin Hill. Erin Hill is a loan officer with Novus Home Mortgage. She is going to be talking about how to qualify for a mortgage when you're self-employed. So when you have self-employment income and you don't have traditional W-2 income, there's some additional documentation or some alternative documentation that you have to turn in that is different from those who have W-2 income and they can just turn in pay stubs and what have you. So Erin's going to be walking through that, right? And so if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to secure your first property, Erin's going to show you how to do that from the loan officer perspective. And then we're closing out Empower with Rafael Ramos on December 11th. And he's going to be talking about the benefits of apartment complex investing. So Rafael has been a real estate investor for 5 years. He actually is currently an apartment complex like investor and owner. And so he's going to be talking about from the perspective, like if you wanted to go the apartment complex route, how do you get started? How do you secure your first property? If you need to pull together your partners, how can you do that as well? And so he's going to be touching on really those steps. Each person that's presenting are going to walk you through steps, actionable steps that you can take in order to make these strategies happen. All right. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be on the back end. So each presenter is going to be talking about 30 to 40 minutes on their topic. I'm going to come in on the back end for about 10 to 15 minutes to talk about the tax implication of that same topic, right? So we're trying to give you a whole picture of what it looks like to execute a real estate tax strategy. And then we're going to open up the floor for questions. Okay. So if you haven't registered, please register. This is free again, and the registration link is in the description. I look forward to seeing everyone there, everyone who can attend. It's just going to be an hour, right? So it's just going to be an hour, and we were trying to hit each professional is going to be presenting from 12 to 1 p.m. in their own time zone. So it does look like the times are like different from day to day, but it's because we tried to make it where each person could present from 12 to 1 on their own time zone wherever they're located. If you have any comments, please comment below. And again, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing as many of you there as possible. Okay. All right. Have a great day.